Hello. So my name is Shashank. I am the artist for this particular exhibition. Same but different. So I am an expat who lives in Penang. I am from India originally and from a state called Kerala. So this artwork is supposed to show the similarities and differences in cultural similarity differences between Penang and Kerala. So that is what the exhibition is about. We start with all these sculptures, starting with the conjoined sculpture, and it splits out like a zip. So let me walk through the panels first, and then I will show you the artwork. So first is teh tarik, which is quite famous in Malaysia, and we have a exactly similar thing in Kerala called jaya. So it's the same sort of pulled tea sort of method where we prepare tea. Of course, there will be some differences where in Malaysia we use condensed milk and in India we use hot milk. As we proceed, the next one is kuih loyang and achapam. So kuih loyang is a very popular dessert snack here for tea time, and so is achapam. Achapam is the exact mirror of the kuih loyang in Kerala. As a matter of fact, kuih loyang is actually evolved from achapam. So it is a Dutch snack that was introduced into Kerala and brought into Penang through our ancient trading routes. So that's how it became kuih loyang. The next is Rumah Melayu and Kerala House. So this is more of a similarity of architecture based on our climates, because both Penang and Kerala are tropical areas with a lot of rainfall. So the architecture of our buildings kind of reflect that with the very long gable roofs. As we proceed, now we start getting to a little bit of differences. So this is the Gopuram or the temple towers. So the one on the left is what you would commonly see in Hindu temples in Penang, which is the Tamil style of architecture. And on the right side is basically the Kerala style of architecture, which is a more similar to what you would see look like in Malaysian house architecture. Then we have Chinese lantern and the Christmas star. So the Chinese lantern is quite ubiquitous in Georgetown and Penang on the whole, especially during Chinese New Year. And the Christmas star is found in Kerala during Christmas time. We will find a lot of houses with these lanterns shaped like upside down stars. And as we go more, we start getting towards transportation. So this is the iconic Penang ferry. And we also have a similar iconic ferry in the city of Cochin in Kerala called the Jankar ferry. Both these ferries are used to travel between island and mainland, and they also transport people and cars. So in the same way, they are symmetrical on both sides. You can load in on one side, load on the other side. Then the next one transportation is basically the kapsai and the chetak. So the kapsai is a very famous bike found all over Penang in the towns and streets. Most of it is related to the Honda Cub. And the Chetak is basically a Bajaj Chetak, is based on a Vespa scooter, and is very popular in Kerala. And finally, we get to the most different part, which is basically like where it starts splitting up. So you have the Xianglu and the Kalvilakku. Xianglu and Kalvilakku both found at holy sites, at temples, in front of shrines. So this is the Chinese equivalent, and this is made of brass usually and metal. The Kalvilakku is basically translates to stone lamp, so it's usually made out of granite. And both are basically like found as in auspicious locations. And the last one is the Yuanbao and houseboat. And now we're basically on two completely different elements, and they are more on form similarity. So both are kind of shaped like boats, but they serve different functions. So Yuanbao is a symbol of prosperity and it's a gold ingot, while the houseboat used to be a cargo boat that is now used as a kind of tourism hotel boat sort of a thing. So these are the sculptures. So let me show you what this all translates to over here. So it starts with the chai and it splits out. The kuih loyang, the architecture, the gopuram, the lanterns, the ferry, the bikes, the xianglu and the yanbao, and it splits out. So basically it's kind of a transition from what is very similar to something that's very different. hence the title same but different. And here is just a panel describing the material that has been used and the process. So the material here is basically graphite or pencil lead. It is used usually people draw with it. So for me, I personally like to do sculpture with it. So this is something I would say maybe a different approach to the use of graphite. And all these sculptures are hand carved and all are sculpted by the naked eye. And using a very thin knife. And an average of about 2 to 5 knives per sculpture. That's about it. Thank you.
Thank you.